is everybody able to like practice and role play, or some are just listening in?
Well, I can role play and listen. I would like to, of course, do both.
Awesome. Jordan, are you there?
She says she has no voice. She can't role play. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
okay, great. And how about Keisha? Keisha, are you there?
I'm here and I can role play.
Awesome, awesome. So, uh, since we are just a very small group, I'm going to check with you. I know Keisha, this is your first time here, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. I I love fishbowls, and I think those are like the um, least challenging. So I like to go over fishbowls, and fishbowls are free. I repeat, fishbowls are free. So I like to do fishbowls rather than any other lead generation. Here are the top three that I always look into. Like I always do top three. One is fear, two is fishbowl, and third is expired. So you guys tell me, what would you guys like me to do today?
Can you do for sale by owner?
I always love for sale by owners, like you know. So we will do any other okay, let's do this. Let's do for sale by owners. And before we end, we will do a couple of what we should be calling our past clients and our sphere to just nurture those. Those calls are very easy, but sometimes we just feel bad to like, oh, we don't want to bother them, or we don't want to we don't want to go the business. But I'm going to teach you some ways that are very simple and very easy to connect with past clients and your sphere. That is your number one. Those are your number one people because they already know you and they trust you. But to further the sphere, like to get more people into your world, number two would be the Fizbos. So let's do the Fizbos, and then we will, like I said, before we end, we will do a couple where I will uh, tell you guys about the script for my sphere and past client. Okay, Keisha, do you have the script?
I don't have a script. Are
Okay.
they on Facebook? I can pull one up.
Sorry. Jordan, do you have a script? Okay. Um, Keisha, you know what?
She said
Um,
no.
um, I know Deja has the script. If you guys can text me your email address right now, send you guys the script. And in the meanwhile, Deja and me, Deja has been for my class before. Deja and me are going to do a role play so you guys can listen in.
Okay.
Deja, do you want to be the agent or do you want me to be the agent?
Can you be the agent?
Okay, great. So this way you guys can listen in. Please take notes, and I will tell you the number one key questions that will get the for sale by owner to talk. We want them to talk. So we don't want them to hang up on us. We don't want them to feel like we are salespeople trying to sell them or get their listing. So we are just there. When I'm talking to them, I literally am in my head, I am there to just help them. And if they have an offer from they have an offer which is higher, uh, they don't have to pay an agent. In my mind, I want them to take that. I want it to be in their best interest. When you go with that mindset, you're going to win more. You're going to win more people on your side. I had a for sale by owner that I was not able to help with their home, but they gave me a lead that had called them regarding their home,
Mm.
if that makes sense. So that lead called them for their for sale by owner. They were it was just a buyer, and that buyer needed to sell their home. And guess what? I got that listing because that for sale by owner referred me. So don't ever think it's a waste of time. You want people to know that you are genuine and you are literally there to help them. So let's start. And after the session, if we have any questions, please. So, and what we will do, this is going to be the way we'll do a role play. And if anybody wants to role play with me, we could. And then I'll make a live call in front of you guys. And if you guys want to make a live call, and what I'll do is, so we don't get a break in the class, let me send you guys the script after we're done with the class. But please, my phone number is 757-285-3171. Um, Text it to me so I can email you the FISBO script. Okay, Deja, ready?
Yes.
Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hi, I'm not sure if you can help me, but I was calling about the home for sale on 123 Main Street. Is that still available?
Yes, it's still available.
Okay, great. My name is Nikita and I'm with Coastal Town Realty. And I was just calling to see, yeah, if you have any offers on your property.
No, we don't have any offers on at the moment.
Okay, okay, I completely understand that. And how soon are you looking to sell it?
It just depends. I mean, it's vacant now, so whenever an offer comes, it's ready.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So this is what we do. We're a husband-wife team, and we like to preview, all the properties that are available for sale that could be it could be a fit for any of our potential buyers. Are you open? I'm going to be in your neighborhood either later today at 4 or tomorrow at 10. Can I stop by for like 15 minutes to take a quick look?
Yeah, of course. I can make myself available tomorrow tomorrow what time?
Tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Yeah, I can come over. You can come over tomorrow at 10.
Okay, great. That's great. And while I'm there, I'll also talk to you a little bit about our marketing strategies and our seller advantage program, and it won't take too long. So, can I have a good email address for you?
I don't really want to give my email. You
Okay,
can
I
see the
completely
property though if you have a buyer.
okay, no problem. I completely understand that. I'll send you my information. Is this a good number for me to text you at?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll send you a text with my information. That way you know who's coming. And tomorrow morning around 9 o'clock, I will text you to confirm our appointment. Will that be okay?
Yes.
All right, great. I'll see you tomorrow at 10.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, okay, guys. Was that hard?
No.
That didn't sound hard at all.
It's not hard. Most times, now I'm going to tell you, most times it's easy to get that appointment. I'm just going to put my ringer off because it's buzzing. Sorry about that. So most times it's easy to get the preview, and I always do a two-step. I go for the preview first. I get in front of them. When they meet me in person, Monesh and me, we usually go together. When they meet us in person, I feel they bring their guard down. They feel more comfortable. So the second call after the first call is no longer a cold call. It is a little bit warmer because they feel like they know us. When I go to the appointment, I try to make connection on, if their kids go to the same high school like my kids did, or thing to kind of make them feel that, hey, I'm not just a salesperson, I am a real person, I have a family. So, whatever it is for you, like dogs or baseball or whatever you feel when you go into that property that you can connect with is a key point. Now, in my conversation, and the number one question, write it down, is how soon are you looking to move? They are thinking that you have a buyer or whatever, and you want to know their timeline. But in our head, because we don't have a buyer, we just want to know if they say that they want to sell it tomorrow, that means you have a higher chance of listing that property because they are in a rush. They really need to sell. And here's one background thing is, for sale by owners, they think they know it all. They think they're so smart. They think, oh, it's easy. But the truth is, it's not easy and it is hard. We know that. We do that for a living. We know every single day when we're dealing with buyers and sellers how hard it is. For them, it's harder because they have their emotions involved. And when they hire a professional, we take care of all of that. We don't let emotions get into the way. So to me, I've been calling FISBOs for a long time. I feel nobody taught me that, but I feel that's my number one key question for me to really see what strategy I can use. One question I forgot to ask, and I want you guys to write it down, is if I do get the preview appointment, I want to ask them before I go them if they're willing to compensate me. I did not ask that, but it just came into my head. Because if they're willing to give me that 3%, I can quickly change that. They're willing to pay 3% anyway. Number one thing, FISBOs are FISBOs because they want to save money. They want to save money. That's why they are a FISBO. If they're willing to pay the 3%, we can now switch that needle. They're at 3, 2, 3. We need to switch that needle 4, 5, 6, whatever our value proposition is. So I am able to tell them, okay, you're paying 3 anyway. It's gonna be just 2 more. And here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna do the marketing. I'm gonna field the calls. I'm gonna negotiate. So that's where we have to make our value proposition. So those are the two most important questions that I feel they work for me. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the appointment when I go to and how I tackle that. And then if you guys have any questions, we'll go over that. So when I go to the appointment, like I said, I try to make some rapport. I look at the home. I've already looked at the numbers before I've gone there to see, okay, can I add, can I add that can I add the money to the price of the home? Is the market going to support that? Now, one appointment, I went for the preview. She was 5 to 7 grand lower than her neighbors' homes. And I was able to tell her, hey, I can, and she was willing to pay the buyer's agent commission. So when I went there, I looked at the property, I knew that the home could support going a little bit higher. That way she would net the same or maybe even a little bit more. And I was able to actually, we went to the appointment, and she was like, okay, what is your marketing program? And we showed her what we were talking about, how we could add to the home. And they were a little elderly couple. So they found value that they didn't have to have like 100 agents call them and show their home. We took care of everything. And they actually netted, what they were going to net, maybe even a little bit more. So again, not all for sale by owners are like that. Sometimes their price is way off. If the homes are selling for 420 to 430 in the neighborhood and they're asking 480, you want to be very well prepared when you go so you can ask that question. Hey, your neighbor's home sold for 450. Do you think we can get 480? Let them answer the questions. I don't go there and tell them, Oh, 480, that's too high, you're not going to sell it. No, I don't do that. I say, hey, look at the comps. This is what this neighbor sold at, and this is what they had. This is what they had. You are asking for 480. What do you think? So then it's on them. And sometimes
Hmm.
they want more. At that point, we want to see that, hey, do I want to take that listing? So it's all. And even if you go to, like, before I started getting my FISBO listings, I literally might have gone to 100 and not got any listing because I was scared to get the listing. When I was new, I was scared. I loved, I could go for like previews, but I would never ask for the listing because I was nervous. And when I started, I didn't have a mentor. We didn't have so many things that some of the newer agents today have. So I would say make use of it. I didn't have a Thomasina in when I started. So it was different. I had to learn all of these things by actually going into the field, seeing how people react, reading books, doing classes to know, okay, this is how I want to have my strategy. And again, your strategy could be different from mine. There's no right or wrong. As long as we are going out there is number one, because I feel that would teach you a lot about your style and what you are going to learn. So after I do my preview, I will send them a thank you text and a thank you email. And then after that, it's pretty much following up. We have KV Core, use those things, whatever works for you. I like to call, text, like in the first week, I will be calling them, texting them, every couple days so they know who I am. I might drop off a packet. When I go there, I don't take a CMA because I don't want to give them that, but I do take like I'm in the beginning, I made this 10-point marketing plan. And again, it was nothing fancy. When I started, I'm cheap because I don't want to keep spending money. You can keep spending money. So I literally, on a Word document, I made like 10 bullet points of what my team does. And I got them printed in black and white. And at the bottom, I had my name. But at least they feel like I left something for them. I would put that in a folder with my business card. That's it. And that also, I bought folders like 10 cents a folder when they come on back to school deals. So it's really not about spending money. When you start getting listings, now we have a very fancy brochure. We spend money and we have a very fancy brochure, but we didn't start with that, if that helps. So you will keep following up till they tell you that they have an offer, or they tell you that they've decided not to sell, or if they list with another agent and I have a rapport, I'll ask them why they didn't pick me and get that constructive criticism. And sometimes they may not even, it's not as easy as it sounds, but it's a numbers game. If you do 10 a week, if you go to 10 previews a week, I promise you, you will learn and you will get at least one of them. And one of them, if the home is 300,000, we're looking at a pretty good commission there. So it's all a matter of just strategizing. And if they don't answer my call, I will stop by their door and try to get my face in front of them. So before we move on, does anybody have any question about the role play, about what they've experienced? Anything?
Um, no, so you basically have like you understand the neighborhood, you got the comps in your head for your back pocket information. You give them a folder of just like your listing of points, and your business cards, but really it's just about presenting, like showing, displaying what you know, talking to them. It's not about giving them a whole presentation. And then
I don't,
just
yeah,
connect
yeah.
with them.
Exactly. Just connect with them. And you know what? When you give them like something, I think it's important to give them something of value when you go there.
Hmm.
because that way they have some kind of mark. Definitely know the neighborhood, because when you're there and you know the neighborhood, you know what the neighbor's house sold for. And again, if I'm an expert in that neighborhood, the sold comps, I'm talking to those listing agents, I'm calling those buyers agents, I'm seeing if they got closing cost. I'm
Right.
doing all of that work. So when I go there, I know all of that. So when they ask me, I know. And
That's
again,
amazing. Yeah. Okay.
for like Keisha is newer, Candace is newer, if it might take a little bit, but once you start going, you will learn like
Whatever.
what you need to know.
Right. So
I
you
see.
said that you be talking to the other listing agents and other buyers agents and stuff. I didn't realize that's a great way to collect information. I haven't thought about that in a while.
I do
So,
that. I was going to a listing appointment in a neighborhood. I saw the recent sold comp. And I called the buyer's agent and I said, "Hey guys, did you get closing cost? Hey, and one home was pending. Call the agent. I said, listen, I'm going to a listing appointment. Did you get asking? You don't have to tell me like the detail, and I get it. But how was it? Did you have a lot of showings?"
mhm.
So there was one home, the same neighborhood I went to, one home seemed like it was priced well, but it was on the market for like 40 days. I called the listing agent. I said, listen, your home looks good. What's going on? Then they'll tell you, oh, there's a tenant in there, or there's something. You will learn. So when you go to the appointment and they tell you, oh, they sold 10,000 over, this is the reason why they sold 10,000 over. Now you have that information. You don't even have to tell them that you are an expert. When you talk, they know. Oh my God, this agent, because I don't ask for the listing till like, I don't ask for the listing. I say, I'm not here for the listing. I'm here to see how I can help you. And I've mentioned that in a class before. Munesh went to a listing appointment and it was a FISBO, and the guy told him, hey, I have an offer in hand. The home was higher in price to begin with. And the guy told him, I have a full price offer in hand. When I said, do you mind me looking at it? And he said, yeah. And when I said, take this offer. It is a great offer. Take it. So we are in that business to really help the consumer, because if we do a good job, they are going to refer us out. They are going to, and we tell them, hey, we are here. The only thing we ask in return is, if you know anybody from church, from work, from your family looking to buy or sell, you think about us. So the more you keep going out there, trust me, the universe has weird ways of working out, like I told you, I was so surprised when the Facebook called me. He said, listen, this buyer calling me on my house, and for some reason I'm not able to communicate with him. Can you see how you can help him? When I called him, I figured out that they needed to sell before they could buy, and I got that listing. So look at the connection. So I'm making these calls, and some days can be hard. You'll be calling and calling and calling and nothing. But trust me, when I'm calling, literally, I say a prayer like, God, I want to help somebody out there. Who needs me? Who can I help? That's it. And the universe has, sometimes you're calling and you won't get business from the call, but you'll get business from somewhere else, because the universe is like, oh my God, this person is putting in work. It may not come from here, but it will be coming. It may sound weird, but literally for me, if I'm making my calls, I'll be getting business from weird places. But if I'm not calling, nothing. In one of Bill's class, I had learned that he said, when we're calling, literally, it's like, imagine you have a shop. And if you don't open the shop, people cannot come in to buy stuff. So when we're calling, it's literally our shop is open. We are open for business. So if we think that, I mean, some agents, some classes you go for, they'll say, "Oh, I work only referral." For me, we've been in the business very long enough, but I feel I wouldn't be able to sustain just on referral business. I mean, referrals are good and I love those, but I feel I need to do more. We need to go out there, and again, calls, I feel the Facebook calls to me are a lot easy because the numbers are free. I can sit in one place and I can do it rather than, you know, going door knocking. For me, that it feels like a lot more effort. Does it work? Yes. Everything works if you do it consistently. So before we do another call, any questions? Lauren, I see you here. I'm happy to see you. Do you have any questions?
I'm good, honey.
Anything you want to add to that? You want to Jordan, I know you said you can't talk. Do you have, let me look at the chat.
I have a question. This is Keisha.
Hey, Keisha, yep.
And this is probably going to be a very big question, but how much help do you offer before you say, "Hey, I'm not going to help unless they sign with me"?
Help, you just want to be in your own lane.
Okay.
So and a lot of times we'll say, hey, we are able to help you, as far as ethics are concerned, but usually nobody really will ask for help, if they're not listening with you.
Okay.
That's been my experience.
Okay.
So, and since, I mean, just say, I'm here to help you and be a resource. Like, help doesn't only mean the contract. Sometimes they may need a contractor. They just may not know how to go about it.
Okay.
A lot of times earlier on, I used to go preview vacant houses just to learn about the windows, about the doors, about the roof, about those kind of things. And sometimes, like, even like visually how the home looks. So if you walk in there and like, simple example, it's very cluttered, you can always give them some tips on decluttering. So it doesn't have to mean contract help. It can just be, I'm your resource here.
Okay.
And one big thing is connecting them with an attorney. Say, hey, they might not be listing with you, but we can connect them. Say, hey, we have a great real estate attorney, Jones Walker and Lake. So they feel you're coming from contribution. So let's if everybody's on their computer and they can go to Zillow for sale by owner, or maybe I can share my screen. Does everyone know how to go to Zillow and get for sale by owner information?
Yes. I mean, I'll scroll down all the way to the bottom once you get to Zillow. You pick your area and scroll to the bottom. Their information's there.
Yeah, I didn't get any. Keisha, do you know how to get that information?
I do not.
Okay. Go on, everyone go on Zillow. Or let me do this. Let me share my screen here. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm gonna try. Okay. Got the owner. Can you guys see? So see, this is 11 days on Zillow. Do you see here property owner information? Can you guys see?
Yes, we can
Hold
see.
on one.
Okay, I'm going to call this so you guys can hear.
Please leave your name.
Okay, there was no answer. I never leave a message because I feel like if they see a missed call, there's a higher chance of them calling back. Let's see if we can find one more. See, that's why they need an agent because uh, I'm going to stop sharing. Yeah, because see, they don't even answer the call. So if I
Mhm.
call somebody like 2 or 3 times and they don't answer, then I try and go to their door and I'll say, hey, listen, how are you going to sell your home if you don't answer your phone?
That's funny. That's great.
So
And it's true because they're busy.
a, a tip is like I try calling them in a day. I'll try morning, afternoon, and evening for 2 or 3 days at different times. And if it looks like a potential, like the last one I saw, it looked like a potential, then I will. So pick and choose. I mean, I don't like to go to areas that I don't serve if it's too hard for me or whatever. I I prefer to stick to the areas that I'm very, very good at. I know I've already, another good thing is if you've sold in a neighborhood, then you should try and definitely, circle prospect that neighborhood because now you have a story to tell. Like, hey, I sold your neighbor's house. So that's a good one to, to piggyback on a story. If you do one for sale by owner, make sure to tell the other people that you call, hey, I helped this seller, and you can give the address 123 Main Street. It was for sale by owner, and guess what? I talked to them and I was able to help them. So let your stories help you go forward. And if you're newer, like Candace, Keisha, use the office stories, use your mentor stories. So does anybody want to role play with somebody else? Keisha, are you comfortable to role play?
I am. I just don't have a script.
You know, from what we spoke, uh, do you think you could role play?
I think so. Let's try
Okay.
it.
Okay. Candice, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Are you listening in, or what, do you want to be the seller?
Okay.
Do you feel comfortable?
Um, I guess so.
Okay.
I've never done one of these calls before, so I'm not sure what the seller would say besides no.
We're gonna
Okay.
wing it, girl.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let.
Okay.
Okay.
Ring ring.
Hello.
Hello. Is the property on 123 Kingsway Drive still for sale?
Yes, I'm trying to sell it myself.
Oh, awesome. My name is Keisha. I am a real estate agent with Coastal Realty, and I was trying to get a preview of your home.
Oh, you have a buyer?
I could possibly have a buyer for it.
Okay. Let me see. I'm pretty busy. I'm not sure when I would be able to do a preview. Uh, let's see. How would
Busy
that work for you?
daytime, evening. I'm open evenings. I'm open on weekends. I could come anytime.
Okay. What I think here. Okay, so
How
I
soon are
can
you
set
trying to
the
sell?
schedule. As soon as possible. My husband's military and we need to move.
Oh, I understand that I am a veteran and I am a government civil servant myself. So I know good and well how that is to have to move for our PCS or, change a station. So anytime we can get in and get a preview and see what's going on with your home.
Okay, what happens at a preview? What exactly do you do?
I just want to take a look about around the property so I have a good, I can let people know that it's for sale. If I have any buyers that's interested in, I can give them details, and I just want to get the details of the home.
Okay. Yes. Well, I did put all those details online and I put plenty of pictures online. Were they good? Do you like them?
They weren't professional photos, so we would like to get in there, and that's something we do at my agency. My real estate agency, we do professional photos. Yours weren't very professional, but so we wanted to get in and see in person. But we can set you up with professional photography. That's something we market. We do in our marketing strategy if you're interested.
Okay, I did the best I could with my cell phone camera. Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely. Yes,
Okay, I like that
absolutely.
you guys offer that. That's pretty good. Um, have you seen homes in my area selling for what I'm listing it for?
I have seen homes in your area selling around what you're listing for. Um, I helped a neighbor of yours maybe a week ago that got around the same price as you did, but I wouldn't be able to get in and get the details to like to the property and see what renovations, upgrades you've done.
Oh, okay. Well, we have new HVAC, new windows. We replaced the carpets, and we're currently working on doing the countertops in the kitchen. My
So,
husband's DIY in that project.
he's DIYing a project while it's
Yes.
already listed for sale. Okay, that's gonna be complicated to move around if you have any showings. We could help with that too.
Oh, okay. So, like, yes, like I was mentioning before, I'm pretty busy. I'm trying to keep up with the calls that I'm getting because a lot of you real estate agents are calling me right now.
Well, absolutely. That's another reason to get an agent because we can help with the calls and filter out, who um, who's really serious about your property and who's just calling to call. That's something we can do also.
Okay, but what separates you from other agents?
I think our expertise, our knowledge separates us. We like to go above and beyond to help our clients personally and professionally. So, like I said, y'all doing a DIY project, we can help with scheduling, personally around that. you said your husband's military and your schedule's pretty full. We can help with that, getting you showing schedule at times that are, you know, beneficial to you and your family while y'all are still in the property. So yeah, we can help you a lot of things when it comes to scheduling. It looks like that's where you have the most problems right now, and we can help with your professional photos.
Yes, I'm definitely having problems with that. Okay, well, I will take that into consideration. Yes, I would like that to see you. Thank you
Okay,
so much. Can we do Wednesday at 6?
I'll do Wednesday at 10. Absolutely. Do you mind if I get your email address?
Yes, it's CandiceFolks@gmail.com.
Awesome, Candace. I'll be sending you a little bit more about our market and what we offer at our at our real estate firm, if that's okay with you.
That's perfectly fine. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. I will see you Wednesday at 10, Candace.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye, Keisha.
That was awesome, guys. You guys did great.
Candace was difficult.
Yeah, she was. The passive aggressive client. I was like, what?
Guys, y'all have any feedback for Keisha?
Lord.
I
No,
think
I'm sorry.
real estate terms, and I'm working on that. That's what my mentor told me. I'm trying to remember my real estate words, like primary bedroom instead of master and things like that. So that's something I'm already working on.
You were awesome, Keisha. You were awesome. Really. You didn't, I mean, every objection you had, you handled it. You went. But a couple things I would say is when you are asking for the appointment, give them, don't be wishy-washy, like, hey, I can come anytime. Don't say those words. You give them two options. Say,
Okay.
I'm available at this time or this time. So
Okay.
you still giving them like a direction, but they feel like they're picking. So that was one thing. And usually, whatever it is, like she kept telling you, like you were handling it right on. And I loved when she said that, what could you do different? And you told her that I sold the house next door, but I can't give you a price because I need to come and see your home. So that's don't give them any price or anything over the phone. Say, listen, I'm happy to give you that information, but I need to look at your home, which you did,
Absolutely.
which I thought that was great.
Thank you.
But how was it? Was it hard?
It was not that hard. It was not that hard. Not as hard as I thought it would be. I'm a you know, I'm pretty good with improv and faking it till I make it. So
You didn't even have a script. You didn't have a script, and you handled it. The script I'm going to send you. Full disclosure, it is Bill Crespo's script.
okay.
I was doing his he was my business coach for a while, so I do share his script. Again, I don't use it the way his script is, because like I said, once you have it, you will make it your own, but it's a good outline to have questions.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
it's really not like you're not going to use the script. And Keisha, like just looking at the way you were on the call, I don't think you're going to use the script the way it's written. But yes, it's going to help you with what questions to ask them.
Okay.
And Candice, you did well. You kept giving her objections, which was awesome.
Yes, she did very well.
Thank you. I was trying to see if I was telling my home what I would be looking for in an agent and different things like that, different issues that might come across.
And it's not that hard. Some other strategies are, if there is a for sale by owner, you can knock 5 doors right and left off them to talk to the neighbors. Hey, your neighbor's home is for sale. Are you thinking about selling? Just putting yourself out there. These calls, they are really keep a schedule. Call 2 hours a day. Call 2 hours a day. You guys will see, you'll get good at it because you'll keep calling. It won't, it'll become second nature. You'll be able to answer the objections. And a lot of times, if they have a question and you don't know the answer, I'll say, hey, that's a great question. Let me check with my office and get back to you, you know? So that's always a good way to, if you don't know what to say, or you feel like, oh, I haven't dealt with that issue before, that's a good way to kind of say, hey, I'm going to get back to you. And then make sure you find out that answer and get back to them. Deja, I think you were going to say something. Is she there?
Hey, yes, I'm still here. I'm on my way to the office right now, actually. But I like that you guys was going like throughout the call the entire time. You just didn't give up. I love that spirit. And the only thing that I had to say, well, one of the things I wanted to say about the call is that I most likely wouldn't have pointed out like all of her things like problems. Um, to me, that phone call kind of felt like it was really aggressive in a sense where I'm not sure if the appointment would have been kept. I just that's just kind of like how it was something that you had said regarding I think I cannot remember
Those my
exactly what
professional
it was.
photos. Was that to me?
You said what?
My professional photo comment, was that to me?
The professional photo. Oh yeah, it was the pictures, right? I was like, oh, snap! She just insulted her pictures. Um, but other than that, though, that's what I was gonna mention is because then from that point on, it just felt like it was a bit more tension in the phone call, and but I definitely loved just knowing how or seeing how you just kept going and you answered all the objections. That was helpful for me to watch or listen to.
Okay. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. I can be a little mean. I I'll try to
No,
smooth that out a little bit.
yeah, talking about that, like I, I I mean the pictures were okay. I mean you could be a little bit softer. It's nice to say, hey, we offer that. And I know like there's a team out in Florida who makes a lot of calls because I also talk to some of the agents in other areas. I like to mastermind with them to see what they're doing, and that way it's not a competition. They're willing to share, I share what we do. And one of the teams, what they do actually is they offer it for free. They tell them, hey, we'll do this for you for free. So they pay the 200 or 250 and they give it to the for sale by owner in the hope that if they do decide to list, they will list with them.
Okay.
So again, I mean that's a big, I haven't done that. What I did one time was I offered a for sale by owner my open house signs. She did get an offer, so I didn't get the listing. But you just want to see, like, I think my team is not ready to put 250 upfront without knowing. Especially Munesh is a numbers guy. He's like, no, we're not doing that. I've offered staging for free. So, you have to just see again how much you want to do. If you're getting a lot of business, you are able to sustain that cost. I think it's just ideas out there,
Okay.
just like we do pop buys. I would not have said too much about like the work, like they had DIY stuff going on. I would diffuse that, just try and get the appointment.
Okay.
Like the rule of thumb is they talk 70%, we talk 30%. We don't want to keep talking. We want to let them to talk and ask the questions. But overall, Keisha, I think you sounded confident. You didn't. A lot of times, what happens is if we're thinking about the answer, um, then we lose them and they might hang up. But you kept going, which was great. And once you do enough, you're going to know what to say and what is not working.
Okay.
And Jordan, I like Jordan. in the chat, she says, don't be afraid to use the attorney's favorite answer. It depends, So that's always good. And we have 4 minutes. I mean, I can be here for a little bit longer if you guys want to do one more. If somebody else wants to role play, you guys tell me what you guys want to do before we wrap up.
I can do a role play.
I'd like to hear another seasoned agent role play if one would like to.
Okay, Deja will be the agent and Keisha, you'll be the seller.
Okay.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello. I'm not sure if you can help me. My name is Deja with Coastal Town Realty. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just enjoying the weather. It's a good day outside, so I can't complain. What about you?
I'm doing okay. I can't complain either. The weather is beautiful today.
Awesome, good. Well, look, I was looking and I saw that 123 Main Street was for sale. Are you the owner?
I am.
And it is still available?
It is still available. I'm trying to get it sold on my own right now.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, I was just wondering, if the sales is still available, when are you looking to move?
I am looking to move within the next 30 days.
The next 30 days. Okay. And just out of curiosity, have you gotten an appraisal at all?
I have not gotten an appraisal on it yet.
Okay. I was just wondering as far as like how you got the price and such. Can you, oh, and what is the price that you're selling it at?
I am selling it at $350,000 right now.
At 350. Okay. Well, thank you
My
so
price
much for
is
letting
pretty
me
much
know.
based on how much I need to net.
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat that? I didn't hear
I said
what
my
you said.
price is gauged on how much I need to net currently.
Of course, that makes sense. And you already have like your net sheets, and you know that that price is gonna give you what you want, what you need.
I think I'm pretty set. I'm not sure. I kind of did just like an online calculator tool, and that's what I came up with online.
Okay, well that's good. I'm glad that you have that. I would like to see your home. I'd like to preview the properties in the neighborhood, and I'll be over in the area today today around 12, and then tomorrow around like before 3 o'clock. So basically between like 9 to 12. Is there a time tomorrow or today or tomorrow that works for you?
I can do tomorrow before 12 if that's fine.
Oh, you said you can do today at 12?
Today, yeah, at 12, that's fine.
Awesome. Okay. So
What were you to view?
so I am an agent, like I said before, I'm with Coastal Town Realty, and I like to preview the homes in the area just to see if it does fit one of my buyers' criteria. And if it does, then I'll let them know. But it's just always good to see it in person versus on the pictures.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And will we be there to tour it with me?
Yes, I will be there to tour with you.
Okay, good. Because just while I'm there, I can just share some marketing points, and if it helps you along the way to sell, then that would be the goal, really. See if I can
Okay.
help.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I could use some help.
Awesome. Okay. Well, then I will see you today at 2. I'll send you a text so that way you have my email and my name, and then if anything comes up, you can just let me know. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Deja.
Of course, of course. And just so that way I have you so I can send you more information. Can I get a good email address for you?
Sure, it is Keisha, Kesha, Moore, Moore, @gmail.com.
KeishaMoore@gmail.com. Okay. Well, thank you so much for talking to me, Miss Keisha. Again, my name is Deja, and I look forward to seeing you today at 12. I'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. See you then.
See ya. Bye.
See, I like how sweet Deja is. She's talked me right out of She just talked me right out. I couldn't even think of nothing to argue with her about.
You guys did awesome. Desha has been doing this for a while. I know she's confident and plus, personally, when I do the pleasantries in the beginning of the call, because we are like salespeople, a lot of times I get hangups. But with Fizbos, like I said, they want to sell it, so they don't know who's on the other side. It's a hit or miss. For me, I do not go into the hi, how are you? I do not go into that kind of thing. I go straight for the call. But again, you see what works for you. That's the most important. For me, if I'm talking too much, I they tend to hang up. If I'm asking questions, I can hold them longer.
Mhm. Okay.
Deja, what I
So
mean,
ask them more questions or ask them questions, but I feel like I'm talking a little bit too long. Make sure I get that that ratio down
for me,
to fill in
like
the blanks. Like, what's tell me about the house, you know?
yeah,
Maybe.
for me, if I'm asking about weather and all, people again, this is my experience. But you guys, the number one thing is making the call. Make call. Even if they hang up on you, even if you mess up, it's okay. We just got to start with making the calls. And a few tips I'm going to give you guys is really, I'm so happy today. I mean, we have two, three, four, five. I have like six people on the call, which is amazing. I mean, I love seeing that, so many people participating. You want to get better. That's why you're here. Find role play partners. I have role play partners even today. Like I said, I mastermind with agents from around the country. I have friends in Atlanta, in Florida. We roll, and these are big mega teams. They are still calling. So that's something to be said. So we are role playing all the time, every morning or evening, whatever works. Make it a point, at least thrice a week, like Keisha, Deja, Lauren. I mean, get together. And when I role play, it's a 15-minute call. We don't even say hi, hello, nothing. Get straight into the call. One is the agent, one is the seller, and then switch. Give feedback and then start making calls. You will see, you will get so good at this. And it's easy. Get a time, it's going to help everybody. I'm always available. If you guys text me, if you have an objection, I will get back to you. Because for me, I'm either on the call or on the computer. I'm not that much on the field because Munesh is. So I am available. If you guys have questions or you want to role play with even me, I'm happy to do that. Let's fix a time. Because for me, if I'm doing it, I'm learning too. So it's going to help. And, before COVID, like a couple of the agents, we would come in the office and make calls because sometimes at home, you can talk yourself out of it. Or most of the time, we talk ourselves out of it. That's why I put that post. Don't talk yourself out of it. Do it. Show up. And I'm so happy you guys showed up today. You guys put the effort to come, even if it's listening in something you picked up something. So get together, even if it's like go to a coffee shop, make, challenge yourself to make 5 calls a day. So make 5 calls and keep accountability. Hey, like if I have Deja, I made my 5 calls. Did you make your 5 calls? You don't want to be the person saying, no, I didn't, or give an excuse. That'll push you to do it. And it is 11:05. Before we hang up, I want everyone to tell me what they learned and what they're going to use.
More questions, less talking. Get to the point. Because
Awesome.
I'm meeting someone today that is very much like that. Is a very deep personality. He just wants to know what I want, what it is that I can do, and if not, so he can, go about his business. So I'm gonna keep it short, to the point.
Awesome. Jordan, you can text what you learned, what aha moment, what you could use. And Keisha, what did you learn? Is she there? Candice, are you there?
For me, I learned, like I said, I don't have a script, so just hearing, through the role play and being able to do it myself was very helpful. Because this is my first time experience this side of real estate. Um, at all, my very first time hearing any of this, so it was very helpful. I took a lot of notes. I have like 2 pages worth of notes, and one of the main things I learned was to keep a schedule for just calling. So that's something I will do. Keep a schedule and say, hey, I'm going to do this many calls a week, and keep a schedule and keep a goal.
Okay, great. Candice?
Yes, what I learned was that you can call for sale by owners in the first place and to set time aside each day in order to do that. Also to follow up and to door knock on the surrounding homes of the for sale by owners to get potential business.
Awesome. So, you guys, I'm always here. If you guys want to come into the office and make calls where we can exchange notes, let me know one night before. Hey, Nikita, can you be at the office? Or few days before. We will we'll do this together. When you know somebody else is in the next room making calls and getting the same rejections, it makes it a little bit easier. But tag team with each other, help each other, go door knocking together. I mean, the weather is so beautiful. Now is the time to do those things. So I'm here again. I'm going to, did you guys text me your email?
No, I don't think I have your number, Nikita.
Okay, 757-285-3171.
I
Seven five
texted you.
seven 285. What's the rest?
3171. Okay, Keisha, I got yours. All right, guys, make it a great day. Again, if you guys need anything, I'm here.